Hey, hello, beautiful love light. It's been a little bit. Welcome to my channel, Heart Rhythm Healing. I'm Jamie. I'm a certified Reiki master and self-proclaimed spiritual maestro. I view myself as a conductor standing in front of you, beautiful symphony of love lights, conducting all of the energetics that exist all around us all the time. And I do that every day for those who exist within the container of the harmonic vibrational attunement ensemble. And I come in weekly on what I call Tune In Tuesday to send that personally coded life force healing energetics your way each and every Tuesday as we bathe in those energetics. And then I send little showers of those energetics to you every day as a part of the subscription that you pay to be in that group. And then I also have my group, the harmonic.us. It's a free space. I went live this morning. We do Monday meditative morning. And those are some of the other things that I do. But I'm coming in here to YouTube to share with you about the Mayan Galactic Calendar and this energetic matrix that we are spiraling around and through over and over again as we build toward and ascend into our highest expression of what each one of us is meant to become. This is just one way that I have sort of tuned into that feels right. It's really interesting how all of the energetics align through astrology and numerology and the seasons that we find ourselves in through the Gregorian calendar, and then of course the Mayan Galactic Calendar, and how all of that plays into where we have been sold this idea that time is money, and that's just not true. Time is art. And I heard something this last week that was really like struck a chord with me, is that time is life. Like it is our most precious resource, and it's a gift. Anytime you share time with someone, the time that you're spending here with me, it is precious. And it matters. And so I don't take it lightly. If you are here participating in these videos, I'm so thankful for you. Thank you for being here. I would love to encourage you to continue to show up. I think that'd be awesome. Again, we're learning together. If there are things that you know that you wish to share with me, please do so. I'm learning. I'm not an expert in this at all. I read out of this calendar. And if you want to get one to follow along, there's a link in the description box below. There's also all of the links are below. It's to the, we just spiraled into the Red Skywalker Wavespell. There's a link to all of the energetics and kind of a deeper dive into each of the kin that we're going to be spiraling through over the course of the next 13 days. If you want to know your galactic signature, that link is down below. If you want to connect with me, I have links down there for you to do that. There's a link to the harmonic.us where you can jump into my group, my own personal group. Or if you want to join the Harmonic Vibrational Attunement Ensemble and receive that healing life force energy sent to you on a daily basis, that link is in the description box below. Let's see, there's a link to Miss Cassia's YouTube channel. She's the one who introduced me to this calendar. I'm redonkulously thankful to her for that. So her channel is Cosmic Consciousness with Cassia. She's awesome. I love listening to her messages. So click through to that, check her out, please. What else is down there? Oh, and then the daily affirmation, which I didn't copy down for myself. Oh, well, we'll see how that goes, which I read. So kind of how this goes, I'm going to start at a top level. We're going to break down through all of the code keys, all of these words that are being like coded into the energetic fabric as we spiral through time, from the highest up that I mean, it goes all the way back to the beginning, but I start at the 13-year wave spell simply because it came into my awareness, and I take that stuff like, oh, that's important. Like once I become aware of something in my world, it has significance. At least that's the way I see it. So a viewer made me aware of the fact that we were in a 13-year wave spell. And so I have brought that into these, because again, this is an exchange of information. And I believe that friend of mine shared with me, because I needed to be aware of that. And so I am just continuing that cycle of making all of us aware that we are in a 13-year white wizard wave spell, and the code keys, the energetic vibrational qualities that are being coded into 13 years of time are enchants, timelessness, and receptivity. So the idea with these code keys is to sit with them, like to see like what strikes you on any given day, right? Like if something like speaks to you, if a word sort of calls to you, dive into that. That's a code key for you in that moment, in this now moment that you find yourself in, to explore and investigate for yourself. Check out, like ask yourself, like what associations do I have to the word timelessness? What does that mean to me? What feelings are evoked when I think of timelessness? Right? Like those are, or like what attachments do I have to me? What feelings are evoked when I think of timelessness? Right? Like those are, or like what attachments do I have to the idea of receptivity or enchants? Right? Like what are some different meanings? Like those are the ways that you can begin to unpack. Just start asking questions and see what bubbles up inside of you. Like what is tied to that for you, and how far can you pull that string? How far can you jump down that rabbit hole to discover what magic is in store for you on this day, in this moment? It doesn't have to be the same day that I'm here. It's the day that you connect with this information. And we have a couple really amazing things happening within this Mayan Galactic Calendar. So we have this 13-year white wizard wave spell that we're spiraling through, and we find ourselves in the 4th year of that wave spell, which means we're in a red self-existing moon year. And that's going to wrap up July 25th for all of us. And so there's 2 sets of code keys within the red self-existing moon, because we have the tribe of the red moon and we have this self-existing tone of creation, and both of those bring code keys into this entire year. The code keys of red moon, let's see if I can remember. It's been a minute. I haven't been here for a while because I went on spring break with my family and just really decided to, as I spun through the yellow sun wave spell, like that whole, like the last video I did was the yellow magnetic sun day and yellow sun wave spell. And we spiraled through that entire 13-day series, and I didn't do one video. And again, I fully and firmly believe that is on purpose for a purpose. I don't fully understand it, but it just never aligned for me to come into this space. And I am flowing with that. There's something in that for each one of us. So anyway, like I can feel badly about it, but I don't because it's just the way that life unfolds, and I'm here for that unfoldment. And I believe that anybody who's drawn to this information is also here for the unfoldment and the spontaneity that life gifts, not gives, gifts, GIFTS, to us each day. And so I really took the gift of time with my boys as we traveled for spring break and just enjoyed new experiences and learning more about one another and the world around us. And it was just a really fun time that I just treasure. I'm so thankful for it. But we're here today on the Red Magnetic Skywalker Day. The Red Skywalker Wavespell is initiating today. The White Northern Castle of Crossing is initiating today, all of which we're going to dive into. And then we also have this Rainbow Bridge meditation opportunity, which I know I want to put together a a self-guided meditation for all of us to be able to utilize on these Rainbow Bridge meditation days. I believe that it's super important, especially with Aurora Borealis that has been showing up and out for us. I don't know if any of you have seen pictures online of the Northern Lights right now, but man, they are gorgeous. I wish that I was in a spot where I could see them in person. If you are, what a blessing, and just the magnificence of the cosmos and the light spectrum, right? That is, it's always there for us to tune into, but every once in a while it shows up and shows out for us to actually see with our physical eyes, but it's always there. So the Rainbow Bridge meditation is connecting the northern lights with the southern hemisphere lights, because there's also apparently, which I just learned recently, that it's not just Aurora Borealis. I can't remember what the southern lights are called, but and it's connecting that to make this rainbow bridge around our entire planet and ourselves. We also have this full spectrum of light that encapsulates us individually and collectively. It's super cool. Okay, so I got to back up. So red moon. All right, red moon. I'm pretty sure those are the feminine qualities. So red moon purifies universal water and flow. Pulling that and dusting off the cobwebs in my mind, pulling those out. And then we have the self-existing tone of creation, which brings in the sacred masculine traits of define, measure, and form. So those code keys are being woven into each of these, 364 days, because then we have a day out of time within the Mayan Galactic Calendar. So then we drop into the 65-day season. I believe we are still in the white. It's the white dog season, white northern dog season of heart. But let me double check. I don't know if we have spiraled out of that. Yes, we are still in the white northern dog season of heart. When does that wrap up? Give me just a second here now. Did I miss something? Right here. Right? On the 29th, so this Wednesday, we're going to spiral into the blue western eagle season of vision. So we are still in the season of the dog, the white northern season of dog. Those code keys are love's heart and loyalty. And again, that's here for us to take advantage of for 3 more days, right? 2 more days. Today, Tuesday, and then on Wednesday, we kickstart a new season, a new 65-day season. So we'll dive into that in a couple days. And now, today, we're in a new castle. And so I did a little bit of research. I want to share a few things that I learned just today about this. So the White Northern Castle of Crossing. So we have moved from the Red Eastern Castle of Turning. That is complete. We've completed this Red Eastern Castle of Turning, where we were tilling up the soil and really preparing the way. It's the court of birth. So we have completed that court of birth. We've initiated the seed, so to speak. And we've completed this power of entering. And we've established this power of birth. So I want to really quickly take a look at something here for us. Give me just a second. Nope, this isn't the one I wanted. So through turning, planetary is complete. And we are now kicking off the White Northern Castle of Crossing. We are entering into the court of death, the power of descending, and we are refining warrior. So I want to read this to you from Space